And let's talk about Solange's child, Julez Smith, who, quiet as is kept, after gathering the information for this story, Solange, you need to beat your son ass like you did your brother-in-law in that elevator, because your son out here being out of pocket. So it all started because Jules apparently was invited to perform. Well, actually, he was there to host. He hosted a LGBTQ plus night in Atlanta at Club Opium. And I remember that Gay Magazine was promoting it a lot, and he even did like a little video. And I'm like, this boy got the personality of wood, like no kind of personality whatsoever, just dead behind the eyes. I'm like, is that a thing between the Knowles family? Like, y'all all lack a personality. No shade. It just seemed like it's just nothing there behind the eyes. Y'all creative, but it's like when it comes to y'all talking, it's like, no, be quiet. Maybe that's why he didn't want to talk. But anyway, so he went into the event, but people were saying he was being disrespectful. He sat in VIP, brought his male friends and a bunch of girls, and sat there, had the hood on, head down. And even at one point, one of the guys from Gay Magazine was like, "Can I hit you up when we're gonna do the interview?" He was like, "I ain't doing no interview. I got all the footage." So let's go over to Gay Magazine's courtesy of Instagram. We're gonna play this clip, and we are going to come back and talk. Please hold. Got these girls up in there twerking. You know they coochie thing. First of all, this shit look whack as hell. Why is nobody dancing having a good time? It's like you either get a bunch of stank, big, little small booty bitches with that old Victoria's Secret perfume they be spraying on their coochie trying to twerk, or you got a bunch of dudes standing around like they don't like. Where's no y'all? Oh my god, this generation kills me. Well, y'all just don't know how to be out in the clubs having a good time and partying. Nope. It's not out. Nope. He's on the phone. He's trying to have me. I'm about to. I did. No. How you doing, my brother? Nice to meet you. Hey, my brother. So we were gonna get your interview outside when you leave. That's cool. Okay, you're not doing one? Oh, they missed me good. Okay, cool. You say you're not doing one. Nope. Okay, we can put. Is there any more? Now hold on. Now this is the part. Now I see this is the clip. This is the one I was telling you about earlier, where when Onyx was like, "Oh, Jules is one of the girls," and this is the one that let it slip that his boo or whatever they're saying his boy. This is the one from Brooklyn that I was telling you about in the middle of the clip. Let's get to it.
Well, can nobody hear you, friend? Yeah, get on the mic.
I on the mic yet?
Your mic is on the mic.
All right, so say what question you got for me.
What's your name, sir?
My name's Saya Banger.
Where you from, Saya Banger?
I'm from Brooklyn, New York.
It shows a lot, okay?
Shit popping, shit going on. Niggas can't fuck with my baby. Niggas can't fuck with my brother Jules.
Is this your first time at this club before?
No, this ain't my first time. It's like my 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th.
What's up?
What's up?
I feel it.
Tell me what question you got for me.
All right, well, babe. Well, what's your opinions on straight men hosting LGBT events?
I love LGBTQ.
Okay.
I love the community. We outside. Shit going on.
I feel it.
We got shit popping.
And you from New York? Y'all a lot. Y'all a lot
so
diverse.
We going.
Yeah.
Shout out my LGBTQ.
Turn outside. Appreciate you. How can they follow you, fam?
Follow me on Instagram, Saya Banger. We outside. Right. Yo, make sure y'all tune to the Mel Gallery outside. All that.
Most definitely. Appreciate you, fam.
We going up.
Yes, sir.
Outside. They outside. In case y'all didn't hear him the 10 times he said it, they outside. So yeah, there was that. Hold on. Let me So yeah, that was the one that was like my baby, and then said,
Casual question.
I'm gonna just leave it on here. So, oh wait, this is another clip. Let's play that.
So what's your opinions on when it comes to straight men hosting LGBT events?
I love it.
Okay.
It's so important because it shows that gay men and straight men can be cordial. Doesn't have to be sexual. We don't want straight men.
And don't.
We don't.
Let them know.
We don't want straight men.
Okay. I know that's right.
Now, don't get me wrong. There's some of y'all punks that be out here that get all excited and happy and want to go off and like, oh yeah, I bagged the trade. I got the trade. I bagged a straight one last night. There are those that be on a mission trying to get, a straight man as it'd be a notch on a belt. Me personally, I got way too much confidence, way too much pride in myself to be running behind these little confused ass boys and men just so that way I could just get a nut off. Ain't nobody got time for that. I ain't got time to be training these confused MFers out here in this street. So for the most part, it's like, yes, we don't want y'all. So I hate this stereotype that runs around that y'all be thinking that we want straight men. I'm not attracted to somebody who got confusions and things going on. You need to work that shit out with your therapist. I would have said your pastor, but your pastor might be just as closet as they are. So don't go to them. Go to your therapist. Work it out with Jesus. I don't know. Pick somebody to work it out with. Just don't try to work it out through your sexcapades. But then after that, because it's like you got the point. It's like we don't want you. That situation. So then Gay Magazine actually explained everything that went down. So they said this: no more fake allies. Collecting a check is not allyship. Booking an LGBTQ event without acknowledging them as your fans is not allyship. Being quiet about your support for us when it gets challenging for you is not allyship. Thanks to all the gays who tuned into our TikTok live last night. As seen during the live, Jules declined to participate in the interview. To clarify, Gay Magazine did not book Jules for the appearance. We were brought in solely to help promote the event and to interview him. It's also important to note that Jules' interview had been scheduled in advance, and both Jules and his rep were sent the questions. Why does this boy have a rep? Oh, I guess because he was a model once upon a time. So yeah, Joanna Scammer apparently scammed y'all out of a check. Because quiet as a scared, that's what he looked like. And y'all got played for a fool. So yeah, they sent him the questions, and basically they were supposed to be reviewed and improved beforehand. They even gave us an example of some of the questions. They said, last minute before arriving, we were notified not to ask Jules the following question: what inspired you to host an LGBTQ event, and is that something you see yourself continuing in the future, possibly during Pride? Now, here's the thing. Why is that a bad thing to ask? What inspired you to host an LGBTQ event? Child, one person said in the comments, Uncle Johnny deserved better. I did cackle when I read that one because I'm sitting there like, now, if your mother is your mother and your aunt is Beyonce, which quite as is kept, I feel like during the Renaissance era, somebody Miss Thing pandered to the gays just so that way she can get them coins. Even though the gays was always supporting Beyonce, I don't know if I felt true allyship from her. And that's just me. But yeah, what's wrong with saying that? Because I'm just like, to me, when you look at what inspired you to host an LGBTQ event, just show that it's not scary for someone who identifies as straight to be up in the gay clubs and promoting our events, because we already hear the stories about the Chris Browns and so many others who don't really validate their gay fans or think that people are trying to hit on them and they say homophobic stuff. So when you got people out here that could be possibly like an NLE Chopper who as of late been kind of wishy-washy with his stance on the gays, which is why I'm side-eyeing him. You at least have somebody like, you know what? I'm secure in who I am as a man. I'm secure in myself and my straightness. So me going up in a club and hosting an event, people know that I'm straight. People respect my boundaries. People respect who I am. And yeah, I'm showing that there's nothing wrong or dangerous or scary about being a heterosexual in a room full of homosexuals and promoting an event. But I blame y'all, especially a lot of you in these Black queer spaces. You continuously put a hand out. Now, don't get me wrong, I live for our allies. I love the allies. I love the fact that y'all, that you come in and you show love to us and those other stuff. We were just talking about the Land Festival, whatever the fuck that shit's called. And we got Pussycat Dolls and Ava Max and all the other pop girlies that's gonna be up there performing for the gays during Pride. We live for that. But this has been happening a lot. When you get a lot of these Pride events, you get these straight people that come up there collecting the check, but don't really see it for the gays. They be talking shit about us. They be saying all kinds of crazy stuff, and they get away with whatever. We have, like, I love the allies. I love it. If you're going to show your allyship, really show your allyship. Like Madonna shows her allyship, the amount of things that she does within the community, even when she doesn't have to. She's there at the balls. She's doing all those things, not the performative crap that a lot of people do. So then when you see that your fave basically was using y'all, Nicki Minaj and so many others, then y'all are disappointed. These people showed you who they were from the beginning. We tried to tell y'all didn't want to listen. So you get this kid, I'm like, when has Jules ever shown his allyship for the LGBTQ community? I didn't know he was ever a staunch ally for us. But this is what y'all do because y'all want that close proximity to Beyonce because you ain't never going to get a Beyonce in a Atlanta gay club to perform or to sit up in a booth, sitting up in her room like she Brandy or even Solange. Shit, you can even get Rumi and Sir up in there. I know they young, but still, close proximity because it's that 6 degrees of Beyonce. Y'all go and get her nephew, who I didn't even know what the boy sound like when he talked. And so you're giving these people these spaces and then get disappointed. So y'all got what y'all deserve with that. Y'all got played. Congratulations, you played yourself. You got played. And now you're butt hurt over it. Fuck out of here with that. Now it's sad that this went down the way it went down. And I'm gonna get to some of the comments of what people were saying in a second, but let's go through the questions. So that was the one they scrolled out. Then they said, "You've been raised by prominent LGBTQ plus allies. What does being an ally look like to you? What advice would you share to those who are hesitant on being vocal public about supporting the LGBTQ plus community?" So there's a lot of LGBTQ plus based questions about him being a staunch ally. If you could walk for any designer or fashion house in the world, which one would it be and why? I mean, I'd say Louis Vuitton, even though Pharrell get on my goddamn nerves. I do be liking some of them looks he's been coming up with or he's been putting out there. And he also went on to say this because I heard a lot of people was going back and forth saying, well, nobody's obligated to do an interview and all this other stuff. I think I even had that in my situation when I was doing that. And funny enough, I didn't even have it ready to be going on that so I could be reading those comments. But yeah, a lot of people were sitting there saying, well, he's not obligated to have to do an interview or whatever. But I'm like, yeah, if they were sent to him in advance and all the other stuff, now he up in there with an attitude. I wonder how much they paid him. Y'all need to put that on blast. Because inquiring minds want to know. So it was like, yeah, it was a lot of comments on this. I think it's because Joshua Martin was tagging his people in my stuff. But so hold on. Okay, so they said, let's be clear, no one is obligated to do an interview. However, performative allyship is not cool. It is particularly important that when public figures schedule events for the LGBTQ plus community, they maintain their integrity, especially during this current political climate. It's important for us to also mention that LGBTQ plus club hostings must also change. Paying a celebrity to sit in a venue without at least getting on the club mic and welcoming their supporters for attending should no longer be acceptable. This should actually apply to all celeb club appearances, whether gay or straight. Despite everything that happened on our live, we shouldn't be so quick to dismiss a heterosexual celebrity who shows up for the LGBTQ plus community for the first time. You don't truly know who someone is until they're given the opportunity to prove it. Unfortunately, the allyship test was failed in real time. Allyship is earned, not given. Well, guess what? I guess he can keep getting a weekly stipend from Solange and his father because this boy ain't gonna be able to actually earn an actual living on his own. So a lot of people was pissed off because they said when you realize ain't nothing but a club and some money being made, and then and you don't be mad when I come 20 girls deep. So he trying so hard to try to play up this thug persona. Like, boy, you a whole privileged ass clown. You ain't never been about what is up with these privileged rich ass kids that we want to be about that life? Him, T.I. Son King, all of these new generation of kids that be wanting to be up here flexing like they bout it. Like, boy, if you don't sit your tight ass, light bright ass down, and I know I'm light, so I can say it, but you're just 20 for this. You had to come in with 20 girls to prove what exactly? How straight you are? Like I said, this is all rooted in insecurity. And my issue is this. It's like, yes, like I said it before, I love the allies, but we need to start investing in us. Can we, club promoters, please start investing in actual gay personalities and actual gay artists who could be up in those clubs promoting those situations? Or is it because they're not a name? Jules ain't a fucking name either. He's the son of Solange Knowles and the nephew of Beyonce. He ain't got a big name for himself. Yeah, he walked a couple of runways and did some modeling and some androgynous clothes, but he ain't no damn Kylie Jenner. Shit, he ain't even Kendall Jenner in the modeling department. So y'all acting like he's this big thing because of his association with who his aunt is and his mother. So let's be clear. Let's start investing in our people and really start putting them on pedestals because there's so many great queer Black talent out here and white talent. If you want to go on the other side of the venues or whatever, we're not just going to blame it on the hood venues because the other clubs be doing it too. Where y'all be going to the allies, the straight allies that fit more in the white spaces. We all just kind of need to give opportunities to the people within our community and stop always fixing to get that acceptance from the other people on the other side. Like we always trying to seek straight validation. We see too much of that. So I know, like I said, well, don't get me wrong. I said, no, y'all do that too much though. You're always focusing on the straight allies instead of really investing in people within our community. We used to do that back in the day. Like stars were made up in the gay club scene. And it wasn't just solely meant on the allies. It was the club kids. It was all these things. Now it's just some person that goes viral online and y'all just giving them a little space. And I see a little friend with that little crop top on. So my friend Robin Banks said, no shade. I hope y'all didn't pay him. He didn't even want to shake the host's hand. This is embarrassing. They do Wait, what? They do we hype the straight ninjas up in our community. They take up space from real queer artists. He's sitting there like he could be doing something else with his time, not even mingling. SMH, we need to do better, especially if the account is POC people. Another person said, oh, DJ said, it's a shame. Hopefully the other promoters catch the lesson. Learn lesson from an old lesson plan. Another person, he came down to collect the bag and paid it. Hoodie down, incognito said, SMH, we got to do better. Pour into our own community. It's so many LGBTQ artists, influencers, etc. we could book. Hello, me being one of them. So we're out here in these streets. We just need to be given the platform, the opportunity to go out here and show, like, yeah, bitch, let me get on the mic and actually get these people up in here. Let's get it popping. Let's get these bottles popping. Let's get up in here and do what we need to do. These little kids be running around thinking that they just going to get all the accolades for doing nothing. Y'all paying people to literally sit on their ass and don't want to be bothered. And you're mad. That's what you paid for. And so, yes, let this be a lesson learned that let's start investing and pouring a lot of energy and time into our people before we start reaching out to them allies because all skin folk ain't kinfolk. So I say all this to say, what do you guys think of this story regarding Jules Smith brat ass showing his entire ass at a gay event, hyped it up, showed up, and tried to pay, and basically paid everybody in the room dust. So I definitely want to hear from y'all. And the question remains also, should we start allowing straight artists to host gay events? So let me know what you guys think of this story in the comments down below.